Just one day away from the start to the January 6th committee's public hearings to reveal what they have found in the past 11 months of investigation.
Over 1,000 interviews have been conducted. Members of the committee say they will be sharing damning new information about the events leading up to and following the insurrection. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now for more on this. Scott, welcome. So what do we know about the plans for tomorrow's hearing?
Hey, Elaine, one of the committee members just told us, quote, "We're focused and we're ready," but they face a unique challenge, the challenge of a lifetime for a congressional committee, because they've collected this tidal wave of evidence and interviews, and they now have to dispense it in drinking glass-sized forms for the American public. They have 6 or 7 hearings coming this month, all of them about 90 minutes to 2 hours, and they have to reveal what they think is most important of the 1,000 interviews and the 140,000 records they've collected. We expect 2 witnesses tomorrow night. A documentarian named Nick Quested, who recorded video that apparently we have not seen yet from January 6th, potentially from January 5th as well, in the hours before the Capitol riot. And a U.S. Capitol police officer who was injured, who was assaulted amid that mob January 6th. That's also going to be accompanied by some type of video production or video presentation, which the committee has been emphatic will include new images the public hasn't seen. And that's a high bar, because this committee is realizing that we've seen a lot of video. We've seen a lot of images, and they have to move the ball down the field.
Scott, everything you're saying makes me realize that they've got a lot of video, a lot of images. This is the type of thing that could really, I think, benefit from somebody who knows how to package this stuff. Sometimes we see these committee hearings and there is so much, there are so many images that are not that well displayed or not that well sort of edited and put together. Do we have any sense of who's actually doing the audio video component of this?
Oh, you're spot on, Tanya. If you want to tell a story, the last place you want to go is a congressional committee, which are notoriously out of control,
right,
not focused, and usually filled with arguments. This committee's different. First of all, these are 9 members who are speaking with one voice. They choreograph things. They all have the same perspective on January 6th. There's not a lot of infighting. In fact, we haven't seen any infighting, so it's focused. But they've also brought in a TV producer, an executive who knows how to tell compelling stories visually. So we expect to see some component of that Thursday night in prime time. They also recognize they're on in prime time with a potential national audience that hasn't engaged in this in 15 to 16 months since the Capitol attack occurred. So you'll see video presentations. I think you'll see discipline in the remarks given by members, that they'll be focused, they'll likely be scripted, and they'll be disciplined. That in itself differentiates it from every congressional hearing I've ever attended, and this will feel different.
Well, the committee won a legal victory on the eve of this first hearing. What can you tell us about that?
What we know, 24 hours to go, is that the Justice Department is still moving forward with its prosecution, and there can be some intersection here. These are 2 different worlds. The Justice Department is prosecuting the criminals, those who attacked the Capitol, who were amid the mob. The January 6th committee is investigating all the things that led up to it, including the money trail, domestic violence extremism, potential work or lack of work during the 3-hour riot at the White House, in the Trump inner circle. But the intersection could become evident tomorrow, because we expect this committee to talk about the far-right groups who are charged by the Justice Department with seditious conspiracy, of plotting an attack and being ready for an attack that day. That's where we'll see this interesting intersection, and it could give us an indication of both where the committee's going to go with the rest of its hearings and where these prosecutions are headed in federal court.
All right. We'll be watching closely. Scott MacFarlane, thank you so much.
Indeed, we will.